clapping when the plane lands.
Absolutely not. Unless Denzel turned the plane over. Unless he flipped the plane, then yeah, I'll do more than clap.
Actually, these days, I'm standing up, standing ovation. Because the way planes be crashing and burn. Oh, no. If we make it, we touch ground soft and smooth. Roaring applause from me.
Oh my God.
I like it. I'm with it.
One thing about me.
Yeah.
I don't catch feelings, I catch flights.
And this has always been true.
Yeah, because you know what season it is.
I'm still there.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and your drag today is so funny. You're like, US Open, I'm planting seeds. Leo season, I'm reminding y'all. Like, it's so funny.
And I've got a baggy boyfriend gene on.
And just in case a bisexual is listening and watching.
How do you feel about summer? You know I'm a big summer evangelist.
I know. I am actually not a big summer head. I feel like sometimes, I know.
Rank the seasons for me.
Oh, okay. I would say fall, spring, summer. Actually, because I don't have allergies, I was trying to be an ally to people with allergies. Spring first. It says April, spring baby. Sorry. Spring, fall, summer, winter. And that's no shade even to winter. Because I love me some recoup, go inward energy. So,
really?
Yeah.
You do?
I need it, Hunter. You see how I live. I'm too outside.
That's crazy. Yeah. I know about a million parties that would beg to differ.
Yeah. I feel like I saw you out. What do you mean? But summer, I feel like sometimes it's like too much pressure to just be constantly outside. Like I feel like this has been one of the best summers of my life, but I'm also so drained by being, especially in New York this summer, outside as I have been. And I like to be in. I'm a Taurus. Eventually, I got to get home. Gay guys, they don't want to go home. I'll tell you that. Gay guys will be anywhere but they bed. Okay, so you traveling?
Unfortunately, no. I have just moved. So moving really does drain the bank account.
I actually, honestly, moving in New York would not wish it on my worst enemy.
I would. Oh, if you're using Cool Hand movers, because they're great. I honestly had the best experience of my life with them.
Shout out to Cool Hands.
Yes, thank you. Otherwise, no. Unfortunately, all the traveling is done for me. I was traveling all of May, as you know.
Yeah.
That was rough on the body and the mind. Do you have any travel coming up this summer?
I'm going to Toronto. Me and Drake.
And the six.
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
That's where I go. That's where I be. I've never been to Toronto, actually. I've been to Canada. I went to Montreal once with my white boyfriend. And then that's it, actually. It was a lovely place, but I'm excited for Toronto. I heard it's very queer-friendly, gay guy-friendly. But that's what I'm on right now. This is a summer of gay guy for me. Because I'm not dating. Oh. So it needs to be someone who's not even on the table, not even remotely an option. And still I've ended up in some mess. So how did that happen? I don't know, but
I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I love summer. I want to do more and more summer. I want a summer too close to the sun. This summer, between the Knicks, between the World Cup, between everything I got going on, I love it.
Tell them. I will. No, but I don't know. I think like we were talking about this off pod where I was like, oh, I think summer is actually like a really beautiful time to fall in love. Again, am I on that train? Absolutely not. Not even near the station. But I do think it says like, oh, out of everyone I could be outside with, out of all the things I could be doing, and I'm still picking you to be with. Like, we're picking each other and we're spending time together. I think it's such a fun time to fall in love. I love falling in love in summer, even though it's supposed to be cuffing season winter.
No.
Cuffing season summer.
Years ago, I wrote this thing for Vulture. We did a couple of writers did a thing that was like, what's the best season for romantic comedy?
Oh.
And mine was, of course, summer.
Love.
And I got into not a big fight, but I was like the Before Sunrise movies, like Before Sunrise, like those are summer movies. Yeah. Although one of the women who was doing spring, she was called them a spring movie. No. But I really think that like a summer romance is so special because it comes with like an expiration date where it's like, oh, we really want to like savor this.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of summer romantic comedies are really good.
Well, if you can't tell by now, we're talking about summer on this episode. We're going to get into all of our favorite summer plans, our favorite things to do, our favorite summer movies, summer songs, all things summer before it's fall. Woo, thank God.
No, boo, his tomato. But we're also going to talk about travel stuff because we are different types of travelers.
Yeah, have you heard of type A, heard of type B? They're sitting in the room with us right now. But yeah, we're going to get into that. This will be fun. I'm excited.
Are you looking for a home for your secret celebrity opinion?
Do you need someone who understands your latest internet obsession?
We are a pair of decade-long best friends who connect over fussing
and discussing
all things pop culture.
We're your first stop after that TMZ push alert from Higher Ground Audio. I'm Peyton Dix.
And I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Lemme Say This.
I've actually been saying it.
You have, actually.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Best vacation, worst vacation.
Some might say this story could be both. A few episodes ago, I mentioned that I was Asian once. People said, how is that possible? I said, well, I'll tell you now. I went on vacation, you know the story, with my family, my mom, my grandmother, my brother, some cousins, and aunts. Big family trip, which was, mind you, never did that again. Nightmare. It like has to be like just the adults or just a kid trip. It was too many people. So we were in Hawaii, and my mom thought it would be a really great idea to take a 23andMe test and open the results while we were all together to basically like find out what part of Africa we're from.
Oh, wow.
You know how
Yeah.
your light-skinned people be.
Now,
yeah.
why am I in it? I'm
Just
100%.
in case. But basically, my mom opens the envelope, gets the results, falls to her knees, and screams, "I'm white." 60%. 60% is a high percentage.
That's crazy.
So she did think there was a man that she grew up with in her life who was Chinese, who my grandmother was like, I'm going to round up and say, I think it was him. She grew up, Oakland. She's a huge lesbian now. She's a free woman. We love her.
Yes, we love Granny.
Yeah, she's tea as fuck. But we did think my mom was Asian. She was kind of the only light-skinned one of her siblings, and it kind of made sense. So I lived a lot of life thinking I was a quarter Chinese. And I apologize to a few of my friends.
Insane.
I know. Because you know what? Give me an inch, I'll take a mile. I'm like, I was like honestly doing drag, but it was appropriate at the time.
Right.
It was. And my grandmother, when I tell you, couldn't be more unfazed. She was like, shoot. Like, I guess so.
No, that's like my favorite Needy Leaks quote. Okay, so you want to move on? You want to talk about it? What else? What else? Okay.
Because now what? Like, you weren't that close with him anyway. And my brother and I dapping each other up like, privilege, like, let's go. It was just so crazy and informative and problematic and beautiful, actually.
Where were you on this trip?
Hawaii.
Oh, classic. Okay.
Yeah.
Hawaii is such a place to go if you're from California.
Yeah.
Because it's like such an easy flight.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Hawaii. Sorry, I want to say it right. That's my mom. She does that thing where it's like you've been to Hawaii a couple of times, and anytime someone says Hawaii, she goes, Hawaii, actually. Because she's a problematic one. She thinks she wanted the people. I was like, okay, queen. So that's my probably like best, and in some ways, or at least for my mother, worst travel stories. What about you? Best and worst? Maybe it's the same answer.
I will say a bad one was, oh my gosh, this is like more of an airplane story. Have you ever been to the Dallas airport?
Maybe.
They've seen me have a breakdown many times.
Really? Why do you
oh
go
my
there
gosh.
a lot?
Because that's how I get to Tulsa. That's sometimes how I get to Tulsa. But no, one time I was flying back from a wedding in Jackson Hole.
Okay.
It was beautiful. And the wedding was so wonderful. Shout out Chris and Laura. And it was like so well curated, whatever. But on the way back, we got stuck in Pittsburgh.
The pit.
Yeah, the pit.
You said
though.
no, Dr. Robbie was there waiting for me.
No Park the Shark either. Anyway, so I had to stay in this like terrible airport hotel. And like, I was like really worried about Remy. I didn't have enough food for her. She was coming back with me, and it was just like awful. That's not really that's just like an airplane horror story.
But purgatory in the airport for some reason to me is like so exciting.
I love airports. I really get.
Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, what a good question.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? I do. LaGuardia, specifically the hallway from baggage claim to like car pickup, because it has all these little quotes from Fiorello LaGuardia.
Oh, I love
and
that.
There's one hilarious where someone is like, it was just an army of little plump men in big hats, like everyone's dressing like him.
You taking notes of like I like that. And the
I
airport
love
is
it.
fabulous.
I love it.
I'm going there tomorrow. Can't wait. Normally I fly out of
gosh.
JFK because it's like the only direct flight to LA.
Oh, are you connecting?
No, well, I'm going to Toronto. So like,
duh.
it's
Okay.
Yeah, easier. LA
You know,
is close to
the
me.
difference between JFK and LaGuardia is that
One got her body done.
JFK can't go west of Denver. No,
What?
the other way. LaGuardia can't go west of Denver.
Oh, I wonder if that's the whole LA sitch. But I mean, LaGuardia, Body's Tea, the Waterworks, I love it. It reminds me of the Grove. You know I like that shit at the Grove.
I love the Grove.
I love the Grove. I love the Waterworks.
Are you a lounge girl? Do you go into a lounge?
Well, I said I had a cleaner once and someone tried to kill me because I thought it was a class war. I'm middle class, by the way, okay? God forbid.
I feel like I'm in bodies. Your parents are middle
class.
Yes.
Someone was trying to call me a Nepo baby because my aunt/grandmother were Black Panthers. I was like, so do you remember how the Black Panthers lived, by the way? I was like, I just need you to sit with that for a minute. But culturally, yes.
I love like over-indexing on woke in that specific way.
Totally.
That's hilarious.
To be like that bitch. Like,
but you know how I
yes.
feel. Everyone who's from LA is a Nepo baby.
that I hear that.
Just the
actually.
privilege of growing up on the West Coast.
You're so stupid. I am a lounge girl now, but I actually have to hold space real quick for Hunter making me the most important woman I've been traveling, which is a TSA pre-check girl, because I was out here for a long time with just clear.
No. And let's tell the full story though, because we were going on a trip somewhere.
Uh-oh.
We show up. We were going to Palm Heights in the Grand Cayman. We show up together to go on this trip, and we get to the front door. All of a sudden, she's like, poof, Peyton is gone. I'm like, well, Mia, my bag are going to the pre-check line. She disappeared. I was like, where did you just go? She's like, yeah, bye, see ya. I'll just see you on the other side. And it was, the way that you did it though was so like, oh, you don't want to discuss it.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was
only because
so
it's like,
funny.
with anyone else, they gonna let it slide. Hunter, she's gonna be sitting there waiting at the gate. Yeah. Where's your pre-check, girl? I knew it. I said, I can't take this on right now.
You travel way too much to not have pre-check.
You're so correct. And that's why I was like, what am I thinking? And also, it is just simply so easy to get TSA pre-check. And still people don't do it. So now I've become
But no, let people not do it.
That's true.
Because lines are getting too long.
But TSA pre-check and clear, let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm running with the big dogs. Yeah, I'm doing both.
You know the real tea though?
What?
Global entry.
She, her.
This is the thing. I got global entry.
Yeah.
And remember I had to take that, you had to have an interview.
Yeah.
So I was coming back from, I think, London, and I was like, okay, well, I'm at the airport. You can book, like, on your return trip, a global entry interview.
Yeah.
And this man, I was, like, nervous, of course, because I'm always nervous. And he said, so what do you do for a living? And I said, oh, I'm, like, kind of like a film critic. Mm-hmm. And he was like, do you tell the truth about movies? I said... Excuse me?
Hunter, that's your man. What are you doing here right now? I need you to Love Actually this shit and go run to the airport right now.
He said, dude, I'm telling you, I was afraid. I was like, oh, this can only go bad. It's only gonna go bad. I said, yeah. I was like, am I about to fucking lie and say that I loved Ant-Man? Like, what could possibly happen? That's not gonna be believable.
Yeah,
like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, did you see that that Jonah Hill movie with Eddie Murphy on Netflix?
What?
I said, yes, I did. He said, well, what'd you think? I said, not good. He said, great, I agree, totally. So, long story short,
Hunter.
Jonah Hill, a random Jonah Hill movie that no one even remembers anymore.
I couldn't tell you.
Might have been the only thing stopping me from getting global entry.
Imagine being like, declined.
No, truly.
Okay,
I said I liked it.
This is unfortunately, or fortunately, the perfect pivot to the time that we went to, we stopped in the Copenhagen airport and we got...
Yes. Oh my God.
We got pulled over. That sounds insane.
Okay, but the thing about the Copenhagen
whatever.
airport is that it doesn't make sense, really, because it's like two sides, two wings of the airport. There's like a kind of food court, whatever, in the middle. And to go to either side, you have to like go through security again.
Yeah, it's so
Which
weird.
is crazy because it's all international terminal.
It's basically like you going through customs twice. It's so random.
Yeah.
The second one...
And no one told us that.
Yeah. And we like, I don't know, we looked so normal. I had a Starbucks. I thought that would get me in trouble.
We looked so normal. That doesn't stop racism.
Yeah. I found that out a few times. If you're black or Asian, by the way. But also, look, listen, okay, I had a Starbucks with me, but I'm going to get ahead of the press real quick, which is, it was International Waters, okay? And it was the only coffee shop I knew, and I had to get a Starbucks, God forbid. Okay, that's the thing. But I am walking through.
They don't have simple syrup anywhere else?
Not the same.
Right. Anyway, so we're going through, they're going through security.
Yes.
And they're like, you can't have that in here.
Fine, sure, throw it away.
It was like, okay, then what happens?
But then 3 of us, me, Hunter, and this big old weird looking white dude get stopped and pulled to the side.
And so we have to go through a separate security screening on top of an already like pretty random security screening.
Yeah. So we're randomly selected.
Yeah.
And this white man with his full chest puffs up and is like, it's always us. Like, it's always us, our people getting pulled up. We're like, who?
Truly, he was like, this always happens to me. Every airport I go to, I've been to Germany, I've been to London, I've been to Croatia, everywhere. I'm always stopped.
He is up in arms in a way that I was kind of like, I don't know if he realizes he's talking to 2 black women, like, which is somehow like noble and brave.
But actually, it turns out he did realize it because, mind you, every TSA or every like airport security person was 17 years old. Like they were all so young and like from a CW TV show, which was
kind of cool.
They were flirting and it was like cute. I was like, you guys go ahead. Like we don't need to be doing this. Anyway, he says, it's always me. And the guy working was like, okay, well, do you want to know what it's always you? Like, come on, calm down, which was like weird already.
Yeah.
And our man says, listen, it's 2 black girls and a funny looking white guy. It's always us.
I said, I'm gonna stick beside him.
I said, you know what? Let's calm down. Let's just take it down a couple notches.
No, holding our purse is like, okay.
I'm like, just actually get me out of here.
Yeah.
I think we just walked off at that point.
Literally, it's like, we're doing sponsored content for Lonely Planet, and
well, they went us. We gotta go.
Yeah. So we have a brand contract to fulfill. We gotta get up out of here. It was hilarious,
so crazy, and he really was like, we see each other.
He was so emboldened. I loved him. I think about him all the time. That was hilarious. Unfortunately. Okay, wait. I want to kind of like rapid fire ask you a few little things.
Totally. Okay, I'm ready.
Like lover, hater, or like yes, no, whatever you want to do. Shoes off on a plane.
Socks, yes. Barefoot, no.
Okay, correct. Clapping when the plane lands.
Absolutely not. Unless Denzel turned the plane over. Unless he flipped the plane, then yeah, I'll do more than clap.
Actually, these days I'm standing up, standing ovation because the way planes be crashing and burn. Oh no! If we make it, we touch ground soft and smooth. Roaring applause from me.
Oh my God,
I like it. I'm with it. People who get up when the plane lands.
Hate it. Hate it only because I genuinely do feel a lot of pressure for people who have tight connections. And they're like, sure. Can you please let people off early? And everyone's like, no. It's like, only in America does that stuff go down.
Yeah. It's actually, I think it's something, it's just, especially if you're in like 48C, bro, where are you running to? No shade, but like, where are you running to? And I think it's only stressful for everyone else.
Yeah.
And you're just like standing there. I really hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I really hate is particularly when men don't help women or older people or even kids with their bags.
Oh, yeah.
But you know my little butch ass, I'm always like, come here, I got you. They don't like it. Other women don't like it, I'll say. But I try to. I'm the father who stepped up on the plane. That's what I do.
I love that about you, actually.
Thank you.
I always think you should be helping people.
Yes.
When they're struggling with their bags. However, one time, my big heavy bag, like my carry-on bag that's like really heavy.
We will be talking about that. Keep going.
Well, it's the light of my life and also the pain of my existence. Anyway, this man, I was like kind of struggling getting it up there, and this man was helping me.
Yeah.
Girl, he stood up out of his seat. He was about 5'4". I said, we're the same. What do we got to do together? I felt
Tom Holland.
I felt so bad, but I was like, okay.
Oh.
So I don't know. He was bulky though. He was stocky. Yeah, no, he was strong, certainly. But I was like, so who's gonna do the lifting? Who's gonna do the reaching?
You or me? It's teamwork, I guess. I was actually gonna say that the thing that is a big culture I wasn't aware of, because I check my bag for every single flight I have. and you never check your bag.
No, I hate.
We'll be going somewhere for like a week, and you're like in a to-go bag. That's crazy.
To-go bag? It's not a doggy bag. It's called a carry-on.
Oh.
It's specifically made to fit in an overhead compartment.
Sorry, I misgendered her. I'm sorry. But it is just like, it's so stuffed to the brim and heavy. I can't take that on. Oh
Girl,
my God.
I've seen you bring 6 bags. For a
weekend.
For a week in the city that you are from, where your family lives. I'm like, how do you need to bring that much stuff with you to LA?
Because I don't trust my family, Hunter. And you know that.
Right.
They thought they were Asian for half of their lives now. But yeah, I didn't realize people were so serious about it. Like, the people that are like, I don't check a bag are like strict with it. I do be watching those TikTok videos where they like throw like a little bag down, like a knapsack looking bag down, and all of a sudden it's like perfectly packed. It's impressive.
I don't like that because in all those videos, it's always some woman who puts, white obviously, who puts her toothbrush next to her shoe.
But that's just baiting for engagement, obviously. She knows that.
Not obvious to me. Okay, well, what else am I going to learn today?
That's how the cookie crumbles, I'll tell you that. I'm behind the scenes on these things.
2 questions. Eating on the plane, yes or no?
When I'm in first.
Say again? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
When I'm
Keep that
in
in
first.
mind. Keep that in mind. You know, listen, I'm just saying, keep it in mind.
I just have a lot of points from working a very corporate job.
So you're rich
flew
in
me
points.
back.
Right. Okay, interesting. Delta or what? What's your airline of choice?
Yeah, of course, Delta. Was JetBlue for a while, though. People sleep on JetBlue, but I think JetBlue is going to be the Gen Z airport of choice, and like Delta is more millennial. That's my hot take. If that's
Delta is for people who know better.
Because the first class in JetBlue is actually so nice.
I've never seen the first class of JetBlue, so I wouldn't know.
Me neither. That's what I've read on the news.
You are so ignorant. You are so
Whatever.
ignorant.
My family was poor. Okay, I could be who I want to be.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm
Okay,
in trouble.
now drinking
Yes.
on the plane. Drinking some liquor.
Well, it always like hits a little different. I try to honestly, when I fly, I leave either first thing in the morning or I do a red eye.
Ooh.
I don't like flying in the middle of the day. It's so disruptive to me, and I'm always late for my flight that way. Like, it has to be the first thing in the morning. And if it is, mind you, I'm mostly flying to LA, but like if it is, I try to just get work done on the plane, which almost, I will say, never happens in the way that I'm always hyper concerned that someone is reading or looking over my shoulder, which they are. I was watching I was doing this project for HBO, and I was watching screeners for And Just Like That. Mm-hmm. When I tell you the guy next to me, who was like straight guy, seemed like couldn't be less interested. I finished them, leans over, is like, that was crazy. Like, I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I was watching it. And I had the subtitles on too, so we knew exactly what was going on. I could have gotten in a lot of trouble.
Wow. So no privacy screen for you?
No, I don't believe in privacy screens. No way.
I don't either. I think it's weird because I'm like, Loki, what do you have to hide?
And it's never anything good, I'll tell you that.
No, I know for a fact because one time I saw this girl's privacy screen. She was working on a deck for Outdoor Voices. I was like, now what in the... This was like
This
last year.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's too recent. And the last five? Yeah, no, we're not doing
It
that.
was like, girl, that's not a secret. Like, this is actually viral marketing. You're doing guerrilla campaign.
Yeah, trying to get people to look at your screen. Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like most of the time I'm not really... I sometimes will pack a little snack, if anything.
Yeah.
But I hate this, like, you know how I feel about theaters and people eating in theaters. I hate this, like, intense smell of someone else's food.
Yeah.
So when that happens on planes, it's, like, even worse to me because it's so tight.
I don't
can't.
like eating on a plane because I bloat really bad on
that
flights.
too, that too,
And
yeah.
not eating on the plane helps with that. Drinking water helps with that. But I would never drink, like, mimosa or, like, champagne or Prosecco or anything because it's just, like, hello?
Yeah.
I feel, like, bad. Like, my stomach feels bad. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
So we've definitely talked about BetterHelp on this podcast before, but we haven't gotten into why so many people love it.
No, I know, right? I mean, the real proof is in the feedback. BetterHelp has a live therapy session rating of 4.9 out of 5. That's based on over 1.7 million client reviews. That's not just us talking. That's real people.
And more than 6 million people have used it globally. The consistent feedback is what makes people keep choosing it.
Their therapists aren't just anyone either. They have at least 3 years and 1,000 hours of hands-on experience. Plus, all the required education and certification across a range of specialties.
You answer a few questions, get matched based off of your needs, and you can switch at any time if a therapist isn't working out for you.
But don't just take our word for it. See the reviews, see what stands out, and see if BetterHelp is right for you.
Visit betterhelp.com/Lemme.
That's BETTERHELP.com/Lemme.
Okay, hot take. Getting a good night's sleep is a new flex, and I'm flexing.
Wait, are you talking about your Helix again? Because me and my Oura Ring and my bad sleep, we're jealous.
But I took the Helix quiz, which is actually quite fun, and I got the Helix Midnight, and it's the perfect medium feel. And the cooling cover, yeah, chef's kiss.
Stop. You know me, I always support my friend getting her good rest in.
It's basically a summer upgrade for your brain, and they ship right to your door.
Helix gives you free shipping, lifetime warranty, and 120 nights to try it out. That's kind of amazing.
So if you're ready to wake up feeling like a main character, lock in right now.
Our listeners get 20% off site-wide at helixsleep.com/Lemme.
That's helixsleep.com/Lemme for 20% off site-wide. Go ahead and give your sleep the glow it deserves.
Now, what about this?
What about what?
Window shade open or closed?
During the day, I think based on the time that you are in. So like during the day, I open that shit. At night, I close it. Yeah, I open it all the way too. People hate to see me coming.
Are you serious?
And then I pull out a book and I stretch and I say,
you literally just said you try to work on planes.
Well, it doesn't get done, so I end up reading.
Oh. I never open the window shade. I'll close it if I can. Really? Yes.
You reach over someone and close it?
I hate it.
Wait,
I hate
why?
it. Because
what if it's during daytime?
That doesn't matter to me. Because what are we doing on a plane? We're either sleeping or watching a movie or we're on our computers.
This is
the glare
true.
is always so bad from someone's window. I've been on early morning flight. You said you always fly early in the morning.
Yeah, and I like to wake up.
No. That's just extra nap time for me. I love sitting on a plane. I can fall asleep on any plane.
Oh, really? That's impressive.
I don't have a problem. Okay, how early do you get to the airport?
I want to pretend that I get there 2 hours early. I always get there at least an hour early because I have to check my bag because I'm always checking a bag. And they cut you off and they're strict with it.
That's crazy. That's so embarrassing.
I once had to fake cry, which I'm really good at, by the way, in order to get my bag checked because I was 45 minutes instead of an hour. And at JFK, it's an hour, by the way. And it worked. But yeah, I get there, I would say an hour and a half is usually my sweet spot. And I'm going to say something because I'm a woman of the people. I take the train to JFK.
Really?
Yes. It is so much. Well, let me be clear. I don't live near a train, so I do take a quick Uber to a train stop that has an elevator.
Okay.
Like a quickie. It's like a 10-minute drive, you know? I'm not going to say what stop because I don't know how people live. I don't want them up in my business trying to find me. But I'm that important. Like I'm the fucking queen of England.
Girl,
okay?
They can find you a basement. They know where you are.
They know. Bitch! Not too much. I'm inside. I told you that. So I can't wait to change. I'm gonna be different. So I take a quick Uber, and then the train is a straight shot off the A. It's amazing.
Oh, that's really
it's
nice.
Super fast. Yeah, and then you honestly save because it's like $100 to get to JFK.
Girl, don't I know it?
It's
oh my
crazy.
God. Oh my God.
Anyway, it takes literally longer to be in a car.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize how easy it was.
If it's like a late in the day flight, the traffic is so bad around 5, 6 o'clock to get there, you know.
What about you? Are you big get to the airport four days in advance?
Girl, I cut it close.
Really?
I love the adrenaline rush.
That seems so unlike you.
I know. I'm telling you, I've gotten there. It's crazy. I get there, people are already getting on the flight. But that's the thing about having Delta status is that I can get in the right line. Yeah. Which is nice. But I don't know. I'm like, why would I want to be in the airport longer? I don't get that. Yeah. I would rather just go home, be at home until the very last minute, be stressed the entire car ride there. Yeah. You know, it feels like gambling. It's like the rush of gambling that, it is to some people.
My Virgo rising is shrinking right now. Is there any, I don't know if this is a corny question, but where do you want to go next? Is there any big destination on your wish list?
Ooh, I really want to go on a trip with my mom.
Aww.
Yeah, ever since my grandma died, we go on a trip together every year. And
that's so nice.
Yeah, we went to Napa and then we went to New Orleans together. And I don't know where we want to go this year. I was thinking maybe Barcelona.
I love Barcelona. You know, I studied abroad there. Oh, after Spain,
I remember.
Yeah, it was.
That was a crazy time.
Bro, let me tell you this quick story.
That one photo of your arm backwards at the club. Do you remember that one?
Let me tell you a story. This is who I used to be. I'm not like this anymore. I was studying abroad. I was young. So, mind you, I was out of the club. This was before, like, the plan.
Wait, I know what story this is. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I used to live life, okay? I've experienced some things.
I'm shocked you're so alive. I'm
Honestly,
shocked
my parents
that
too.
you are not like a Nancy Grace, like, horror story.
I'm, like, meant to be a life lesson for young girls, and still I rise, okay? But,
still you rise, I guess.
That's God looking at me live my life. But I was, like, outside on a beach, phone night. I didn't have any service left. Like, you had to, like, pay per whatever day back in the day. I meet this random guy, British guy on the beach. I'm like, listen, can I use your phone to try and figure out, like, where my roommates are? I can't find them. I need to get home. He lets me borrow his phone, but he's like, listen, I need somewhere to sleep tonight. So can I crash at your apartment if you can borrow my phone? I say, done deal. Like, light work, sure. Low-key, we hitting it off. I'm pretty gay, but that's okay. He comes over, nicest man ever, stays the night, sleeps on the couch. I find my way into the apartment somehow because I didn't have my key either. It was really wild.
What did you have?
Vibes. Good vibes, okay? Good. A God-fearing woman always has good vibes. And he, mind you, that same night I tried to get into a club by saying I was Malia and Sasha. Like, either one of them, which doesn't make any, nothing made sense.
No, but people, when you're studying abroad, or when you're, like, abroad and you're Black, they always think you're someone.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it didn't work, though. Going for, like, the president's daughter first and second, technically, is crazy. But I get home, and before he leaves the next morning, totally polite, totally nice, nothing happened, didn't take anything, was just like, just so you know, like, racism in the UK is so much, like, better. So, like, you should consider moving to the UK.
That's what he said to you?
He was like, people are so racist in America.
He said, you know what? You need some help.
And it
he
might have been that man we saw in Copenhagen. It was crazy. Anyway, I'm a survivor. Just know that.
I have never had an experience like that. Let me tell you.
14. That's my easy one, by the way.
That is unreal.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm really trying to think if I ever had a moment like that where I was...
Did you study abroad?
No, I didn't.
Oh, because you was working.
Yeah, because I was working.
Yeah, well, I was working Zara all summer so that I could study abroad. Life happens at Zara, let me tell you that.
No.
Do you have any good celebrity sightings at airports?
Oh, one time I saw Bill Clinton, I'm pretty sure, on a flight.
Oh.
Yeah.
A regular flight?
Yeah, it was first class. I mean, I had to pass his Secret Service on the way back to where I was sitting. No, because I wasn't completely sure if it was him. It could have been him. I think it was. But they also, like, swept the plane before he got on. So I was like, that kind of seems like something that they would do for him.
Yeah.
But I've never really seen... Oh, actually, one time I saw Maggie Gyllenhaal at the United Airline International Terminal arrivals.
Oh.
Yeah, she did not look happy.
I'm like, what year was it? I don't know. What was she going through? I don't know.
No, I don't know. In my head, she was like, waiting for someone.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've really seen anyone else. One time I was fully having a full breakdown in the airport, and this girl was like, I love your podcast.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
sweet.
I'm so sorry. I cannot take... I was weeping.
Thank you.
It was exactly that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like having a panic attack right now.
Yeah.
But shout out to her.
Wait, do you have like a favorite like summer movie, summer scene?
Oh, yes. Do I ever? Okay, well, A Bigger Splash, the Luca Guadagnino movie.
Yes. Another film Hunter told me to watch, and I said, thank you, after.
That's great. And then Las Piscines, too, the original version of that. High Noon, the Talented Mr. Ripley adaptation.
Oh.
Yeah, with the French one. That's an incredible movie about summer. Oh my God, and just like being sexy. It's, yeah. I mean, also the Talented Mr. Ripley, too. That's a great movie about summer.
And a movie about being sexy.
Oh my gosh, this one movie with Nicole Kidman. I cannot think of the name of it. With that guy that just died, Sam Neill. Yeah. But it's like they're on a boat and oh my God, what's his name in it? Isn't it too? Billy Zane. Oh, he looks so fine in that movie too.
He said, I'm watching movies for summer and movies for sexy. And if I'm not getting both, then I'm getting nothing. A Hunter motto.
What can I say?
That I just put into her mouth.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you have? Oh, Girls Trip. That's like kind of not super summer.
Wait, the like movie with Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good movie. Wow,
Essence Fest is July.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a summer movie, I'm going to call it. I love that movie.
Oh, fuck, that movie was funny. That was like kind of my intro to Tiffany Haddish, I think.
That was everyone's, I think.
Right?
Yeah, look how that
before
turned
that, I
out.
guess she was just a comic, but not derogatory, just in general. I feel like it's impossible for me not to think about like specifically, as we talk about maybe all the time on this podcast, the girls scene. Where
Beach
they
House?
go up to Beach House episode. So good.
That's what it means to Julianne something.
I need to learn that dance. I feel like that's in my repertoire.
We should learn it. Yeah.
We should.
What did she say? This duck tastes like a used condom.
Yes, yeah.
That's a great line from that. And also, oh my gosh, when just all of it. It's so good. It's so good.
I know Marnie in the water and those like that rocky, awful beach.
Yes, yes.
Still trying to have a good time is very moi.
Any summer movies that move you?
That I stand. Honestly, the hits. Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Both. Honestly, Sister of the Traveling Pants.
I was about to say that. Oh my God, yes. Wait.
Blake free nose job.
When
I
she was
loved her.
running in the sports bra, I was like, wait, that's so cool.
I was like, that's really hot to me. I'm gay.
I wanted to be her. And then I was like, oh, I hate running.
Me, and that's where you do wrong. I was like, I want to be her, but I'm not that good at being a hoe. Like she was good at being kind of like slutty and flirty. I was like, I was still in my like father's face then. It was a different time, but yeah, loved that. Loved America Ferrera, the only America I salute. Ferrera. I love her. Yeah, that movie just like felt so, and book, aspirational to me of like what I thought my later teens would be. And it turns out that's what my kind of mid-20s were, actually.
Which is aspirational in its own way.
Yeah.
Oh, Lizzie McGuire movie? That's a summer movie.
Oh my
that
God.
That was a classic.
Yeah. Sing to me,
house.
Paolo. Got his
Her
ass.
igloo dress. I was like, that's fashion.
That was crazy. Okay, wait. Quick, Marry, Fuck, Kill, Lizzie McGuire movie edition. Gordo, Ethan, or Paolo? A real Sophie's choice. Ooh, shouldn't bring that reference into the space, but...
Marry Gordo. He's responsible. He's going to be a good father.
Okay.
I would
family
fuck
planning.
Ethan. He's just too dumb to talk to for too long. It's like, I love a dumb jock, but my goodness.
Yeah.
And I'd kill Paolo because I've been lied to too many times. I don't need another one. What about you?
I'm fucking Paolo.
Really?
Yeah. I like his head of hair. Yeah. And you know the Europeans got a little sweetness to him. Yes. So we gonna have fun together. We both gonna be
He has a
problematic.
lot of sweetness, not a job. I know that. And he can't sing, can't dance
Well, he
either.
did have a job, and they robbed him of it.
They robbed him of
when
his
they exposed
job?
him. He is like the Ashley Simpson of Italy.
No.
They tried to kill him, and they tried to kill her.
No.
I'm with you, Ashley Simpson. I'm with her. Pieces of me. I am sorry killing Gordo. And I'm marrying Ethan. I love me a big dummy. And he was tall, so I want kids to play basketball or something.
Okay, well,
My
that's
children
good
work.
to know. I don't know. Gordo, I'm like, he's a little bit of a wet blanket, though.
I know, which is why I killed him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I can't
rough.
take it.
I do
But
want to...
you gonna marry Gordo, but then Ethan gonna spin the block, and you're gonna be like, fine. Maybe we figure something out together. Yeah. How did we get on this topic? It's so crazy.
You put us here. You literally drove us to this destination and dropped us off.
Well, I find a way.
Last question.
Okay.
When you're packing, what do you pack first? What do you pack last?
I pack underwear first. I think I pack shoes last. Because I wear the same shoes a lot. So then I end up being like, okay, it's the last thing I put in. It takes me 3 days to pack. 3 days to a week. Yeah, I've been packing for Toronto since last week.
What?
I know. And it takes me a week to unpack too. When I get home, it's like, I'm not touching that. For a second.
When I get home, we got to open the suitcase immediately.
Really?
I'm telling you, stuff goes straight into the wash.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah, because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. And also, I have this like trauma about divorced parents not knowing where my clothes are. I hate like not knowing where something is. So I'm like, let me just put it all in the wash so I have it all back in the closet, back in the drawers.
I like that about you.
Do you use cubes?
Yeah. For
Okay.
underwear and then for like swimsuits if I'm going out, like for different things, but not for everything.
How many swimsuits do you pack?
I'm not like you because you know me. I like to borrow. I like to see what's on someone else's plate.
That's true. You have borrowed a lot of swimsuits from me.
Mind you, I mean, don't pan in, but the difference between Hunter and I's body types in some places, I was wearing her little thing would cover my nipple.
That's called Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, right there. Sisterhood of the Traveling Burberry Bikini.
Yes. And I was like, oh, this is so tiny, just for everyone to be like, your tits look good. I was like, I'm just baiting people to lick my boobs. But Hunter, I know she would be doing the work. She packed 42 swimsuits. So I really do.
3. I pack. It doesn't matter where I'm going. I could be going home. I'll pack a swimsuit for every day. Just to be safe.
You never know.
Because you just hate having to.
Yeah.
If the mood strikes, I need to be able to lay out.
I don't know. Let's open Delta.com, girl.
It's a summer in me.
I know what we doing after this episode. Yeah, we using some points, okay?